Hello,
Hello,
and
and
welcome
welcome
to
to
Geeked
Geeked
Out
Out Gaming.
Gaming.
I'm Austin,
And I'm Susan,
and
and we
we
are
are
geeks.
geeks.
This is episode 2 of our board game journey. If you haven't watched episode 1 yet, we highly recommend that you do. Or don't. You have free will.
They do?
They do.
Darn it.
Alright, so today we're talking about themes. Themes are your foundation for your board game, and what you decide for your theme will impact the rest of your game going forward.
Let's talk about the theme mythology for a second. I know, very original, but hear me out. Mythology has a lot of things that you can take and pick from. Let's look at two examples here. The first example is Veiled Fates. Veiled Fates is a game taking heavily from Greek mythology, where you play as a god who is trying to help their demigod child become the #1 hero. To do this, you will move your hero to quest and vote on whether or not that quest will end in your favor, or maybe it'll end in the disfavor of another god's child. The other game we can take a look at is Trolls and Princesses, where you play as a troll, and all you really try to do for this game is get resource, build rooms, and collect princesses. Do these games sound very different? Well, that's because they are. Veiled Fates focuses on a very broad interpretation of Greek mythology, whereas Trolls and Princesses looks on a very niche bit of Nordic mythology. And that's the wondrous thing about mythology, is you just have so much to take from.
Now let's take a deeper look into Trolls and Princesses and the mythology that goes behind it. In Norse mythology, trolls are hostile creatures who very much dislike humans, and to avoid them they live in mountains and caves. But the lust for treasure makes them go down to the villages and steal humans to mine for them, while also leaving changelings in place of babies for the humans to raise instead. And of course, while they are in the villages, they might see a beautiful maiden and take her too as a treasure for their collection. The saving grace for these villages are the church bells that hang high in the bell towers. So if they are rung, the trolls won't go near your village, but you must be careful, because they will find a way to destroy that bell any chance they get, so they can have free reign over your village.
Now, there's a lot to unpack from that myth. So how do we turn it into a fun and playable game? Well, first off, we need to know where this would be taking place. We know that trolls live in mountain caves, and they like to go down to villagers to take things. So, our board's going to be mountain caves and villages. Then we need to ask ourselves, how does the game play? In this game, it's played through worker placement. You place your workers on different sections of the caves or in the village to perform different actions and to steal stuff from the villagers. So, what might you be stealing from the villagers, you might ask? Well, first off, humans. Trolls like slaves, so might as well add them to the game. Second off, they like to swap out their changeling for babies, because they're neglectful parents and don't like to raise their own. They like to build outposts to better besiege villages, and they like to destroy bells so that they don't have to listen to that terrible tone. Collecting those three will make you score points. Finally, you can steal princesses, which will also give you a few points on their own. And that is how they turn the Nordic myth into a board game.
As you can see from the example of Trolls and Princesses, the theme can determine how you move forward with your board game design, and can give you a great base to start from when designing your game. We are very excited for next week's video, which is where we will be talking about our own theme and the aspects that we want in our game. So if you want to be notified of next week's video or any video after, please subscribe and like and comment down below if you have any guesses for the theme that we'll be doing for our game.
Thanks for watching.
Geeks
Geeks
out!
out.